notifications go out. Okay. You are going to hear the occasional jet. Okay. It is the last hour for an air show. But I'm going to deliver the message anyway. While those notifications go out, I'm going to do our usual check over here. And so I can see what y'all see. And I can do a little engineering work here. So, because I'm going to talk briefly about it because you're going to hear more about this as part of our movement, combating radio frequencies for healthier living, because ANS, autonomic nervous system awareness, our ANS is our inner child. So as part of ANS awareness, that's going to lead to whole body awareness. We talked a little bit about it on our Patreon channel earlier with the Let's Just Chat show, where we discovered some connection between muscle tension and the bones around that area because of slowed circulation due to the muscle tension. See, remember something, your ANS runs through every single muscle in your body. Your ANS is the primary target for traumatization. Okay? Your autonomic nervous system, the ANS, is the primary target for traumatization. And so I wanted to get on here and bring it briefly, real quick, y'all, okay? Because, yes, hey, you're gonna hear him now. This is the last hour of the air show. So, I'm gonna talk over it as best I can without yelling. But they're getting a little bit louder here and there, but it's the last hour of the air show, so you might hear a little bit. But I wanted to bring this message here because you are going to, right, just coming over from Patreon. That's right. All right, awesome. And so and Chris can back it up that we just got done talking about a little bit of this whole body awareness, because the Stars and Stripes air show is going on here. And not my thing. But anyway, I've seen them before. Pardon me. I've seen the air shows in other places of the country before. But yes, it is the Stars and Stripes show. That's correct. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome. Okay, so whole body awareness, it comes with ANS awareness, because that also encompasses heightened awareness. Big part of this ministry, right? Consulting for heightened awareness. All right, so the more aware of your autonomic nervous system you become, the more aware of your entire body you will become, because you're going to discover things like we talked about on the Patreon channel. This muscle right here. Okay? If you are feeling this elbow bone right here, if that's feeling a little sore, simple reset, massage that muscle right there. If you feel it or not, you'll feel it. And then your ANS will be like, oh, because your ANS is feeling that, but you weren't. And when your ANS is feeling that tension there, it's stressing out the ANS, the autonomic nervous system. It's stressed out there. So you help de-stress, right? Rub on that for a minute or so, right? Just to massage that out. Okay, because I'm going to tell y'all, the tension can go very, very deep. And then bring it on down. See, I had bruising there. The bruises are gone, but the muscle tension. And so then I come back over here, and that dull ache is gone. Because what happened here is you improved the circulation through the elbow. See, when you have minor discomforts like that, a dull ache, that just means your circulation slowed down. I say dull ache because if that means that tense muscle right there, that means there's air pockets trapped in there. If you feel a muscle knot, that means that's an air pocket. You got to help it work its way out and get out of the body. And as you continue to do that, your ANS, your ANS starts to feel better. And then that dull ache goes away because you improve the circulation. So that whole body awareness right there. So we don't get tricked into thinking that we got to go buy something like an elbow. There ain't nothing wrong with that elbow. There ain't no bruises there. I can tell you that right now. I checked everything out. I was trying to figure out why that dull ache was just hanging there. And I said, I got my Boswellia. I've got my golden seal. I've got my arnica cream, and I'm doing all this. I said, it should be gone by now. But then God said, rub that right there. And I did that. And I'm telling y'all, like I said in the Let's Just Chat show on Patreon, I'm still mind blown. How simple that is. And I said, okay. And so you think about your calf muscles. You know, if you're feeling any kind of discomfort in your knees, check them calf muscles. Yeah, it's that simple. Before you, the whole body awareness. So you stop and you assess before you go out there and spend money on stuff that you don't need. Because I'm going to tell you, one of the first things that came to my mind when I started examining compression thing a bit further, when our body needs circulation for healing, why do I want to compress an area that needs circulation the most? Ask yourself that question. You don't. See what a brace does. Now, if you need one, listen, if you do have something more severe, I'm talking, let me go ahead and put this disclaimer out here. I am talking about everyday minor discomforts like that, a dull ache. There's no bruise, nothing broken, nothing strained or sprained. I was trying to figure out why that was lingering like that. And it's because of the muscle tension right here. That's it. So I'm certainly not going to put anything on that. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Now, if you've got something more severe, please, by all means, okay, go get you a brace. Or if you have got anything that needs stabilization, get a brace. Yes, that's what those are for. But don't be putting, if it's just a dull daily discomfort that you trying to figure out what the heck, we didn't do anything, we didn't whack it. There's no bruise there, there's no injury there. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Again, if you do have something going on that's more severe and you do need a brace or you do need an ace bandage or you do need to go see a specialist, do your research, okay? But have it looked at. I'm talking about just every day. Listen, we are endurance training over here, all right? Those of you who are on the muscle building and strength training journey with me, you know we are going to go through it, right? We're going to have some sore muscles. Like I had some sore muscles right over in here from push-up to stuff, so I had to take a break. That's what we learned to do. We take a break and focus on a different. Let's start training them calf muscles then. Let these muscles right here rest and train the calf muscles. That's how it goes. Okay, and so that's how we're doing it. Okay, and so there you go. Quite sore actually when you touch it there. So you may not know that. Okay, you got a pizza in the oven. We were talking about that. I said, okay. 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 So if you are experiencing soreness when you touch that, well, I want you to think about everything you do, right? Those muscles right here are connected. Think about all the way down your hands, right? Think about everything you do. Driving, writing, on the phone, typing, everything you do. I want you to do that. Try that right there. Okay? Try that. And you will feel all those muscles are connected. So if you need circulation to the fingers and it's not happening, you got to get that knot out. Got to get the knot out. But see, and now I'm going to tell y'all that if you did not have any bruising there, see, that's what happened to me is I had a bruise. It went like this and then all the way up. Okay? All the way up. And the other side, same thing. All the way over. Because the Judge Bell case study used Well, patterns don't lie. Because if you take that on that one and then that on that one, and it goes all the way around, right, in the shape of a over toilet seat. Okay, that is exactly what it matched. That's why all of this is right. Okay, and so God revealed to me that's one of the first things. Well, she put bruises on my knuckles first. Okay, and so all the bruises are gone now. All bruising is healed. Okay, now what we're doing is we are getting rid of the muscle tension that was caused not just by the bruising, but by the constant using of muscles that, well, the bruises were standing in the way with air pockets, slowing down circulation. So I have to do this stuff, right? I got to use my hands, right? So the whole time while the bruises were healing, every time I used my hands, it's stressing out the ANS. Well, not anymore, because the bruises are gone and the air pockets are still in that knot. A muscle knot there means there's an air pocket there, and so we just got to work it out. And as we continue doing that, oh man, and not too hard. Don't hurt yourself, okay? But just enough pressure to where you feel the knot. And then the dull ache that was here, it goes away. So, all right. And I said, that's whole body awareness. Whole body awareness. Glory be to God. Yes, welcome back. Okay, whole body awareness. So that your ANS is running through every single muscle in the body, right? I teach that all for a reason, because it's true. You can look it up. That is not a secret. So the ANS is trying to, right, it's trying to heal there, right? Okay, so we can help it now. We become aware of the fact that soreness that you're feeling now, your ANS has been feeling that the whole time. But we didn't know. We didn't have the awareness of it yet. Now we do. So now that we are becoming aware of that, I'm like, okay, I pay attention now. I'm like, okay, so the muscles in my toes, right, and then in my heels. And I trace that all the way up to my, right, to the glutes. And so I'm checking out everything. Where's their muscle tension at? And I found some right at the top of the calf, kind of like on the side, toward the front, on the side, those little muscles right there. I said, ooh, yeah. And so I started rubbing on that. And I said, that's what's contributing to the dull ache here and there inside the knee. And I said, well, that would make sense, because muscle tension there would slow down circulation to my arches, all the way to the abductor muscles of the upper inner, your upper thigh. Well, I got the mini stepper, so those have relaxed naturally. Well, it's not even after the first day. After the first day, okay, it didn't even take 2 days. I stand corrected. It didn't even take 2 days. But after just 1 day of stepping on that mini stepper, those things my abductor muscles start to relax. And so they good. I said, there ain't no more muscle tension there. I said, but where else? So that's what I've been doing. And getting that whole body awareness, so you understand what muscle and what bone is all connected, what's controlling what the ANS is trying to tell you. Right? What is my ANS trying to tell me? Like, my ANS been trying to tell me, hey, I need a little help here. All right? And so that's what that is. That's what that is. Okay, so filling your face with pizza and a coffee. Okay. More power to you. Yes, I know we are all about healthier eating for healthier living. And, we are also all about making sure that our autonomic nervous system, our inner child, gets what it wants. If it's craving a pizza, then, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Pizza is not, I don't know why. I think, we talked about this on the Patreon channel. Let's bring it here real quick. I think that it depends on what you put on the pizza. It depends on where you get the pizza. It's just a lot of factors as to the healthiness of the pizza. So, like, I got meat and veggies on mine. So, there you go. And so, I think that it depends. And it's going to depend on, I don't know if it depends on the brand. I mean, I don't know. I think it just really, all kinds of things factor into that. But pizza as a whole, I don't know how it got categorized as unhealthy or junk food, because in a lot of cases it's not. It's not the healthiest choice, no. But it's not so unhealthy that, you know what I mean? So if your inner child wants a slice of pizza, give your inner child a slice of pizza. The difference between chosen one and their inner child and a narcissist and their inner child, well, narcissists don't even, never mind, they are a toddler in an adult body. We just become aware of our autonomic nervous system that is our inner child, and our inner child knows when enough is enough. So like for my lunch, it just wanted one slice of pizza and that's it. So that's all we had. And she's like, we good. So there's that. Because that's keeping your ANS comfortable. So that's part of the ANS awareness, for whole body awareness, okay? Okay, well, we're talking about muscle relaxation. Well, you know what? I think a hot bath, maybe not hot. Don't burn yourself. But I would say maybe. I would say that could help. I also know that ice packing works very well for helping the body get rid of air pockets. And that can be ice. Right. Taking in the ice. And that also can be ice packing on the outside. So there you go. Because as you continue to get rid of the air pockets, you get rid of any kind of discomfort. You get rid of that. That knot is the air pocket. Once that air pocket's gone, boom, no more muscle tension. Okay? No more muscle tension, because it will get out of the way. See, those air pockets serve as a roadblock for circulation. It's that simple. Yes. Okay, when air pockets get in there, because of all that, well, in my case, it was the bruising, but if it's just muscle tension from using, I mean, think about typing on a typewriter. Look at all those muscles. Look at all those muscles right there that you're using. Hey, y'all, this is whole body awareness right here. All those muscles that are moving as you move your fingers, like you're typing. Look at that. Look. And that's where the tension is. And so we do all of our work on the PC. And then what about when you're on your phone, right? That muscle is also right there. Look at your thumb. Trace it, right? And then what were you massaging? That spot right there. It's all connected. Everything you're doing on the phone, on the PC, your devices, when you're driving, cooking, everything you have to use your hands for. Come on now. It shouldn't be like that, though. That's not normal. It should not be like that. Because, well, no, because if we're using everything correctly now, right? We're using the muscle correctly, so that should be promoting proper circulation. So if we've got that going on, now we know why. Now we know why it's circulating, because I can tell from my fingers here, right? I can see the circulation slows down sometimes there. Now I know why. Because when you move your fingers, the muscles in your hand, your fingers, all that's connected to that one right there. That's also connected to that bone. And the more I rub it, no more dull ache right there. Come on now. Whole body awareness, baby. That's what it is. Yes. Right. Okay. Your ANS said don't get hot pizza cheese on it. Oh, remember something. Okay. Remember something. I put a video out. 3 tips to relax the vagus nerve right here on the YouTube channel. If you have not caught it, it should be right up. Yeah, it should be right up top. In fact, I dropped it last night. 3 ways to relax your vagus nerve. You'll see the thumbnail. 3 ways to relax your vagus nerve. Remember, your vagus nerve is the motherboard. Yes, your vagus nerve is the motherboard for your autonomic nervous system, the ANS. So when you think about, as I say in that video, okay, your vagus nerve starts pretty much in the middle of your neck. And it goes all the way to your tailbone. And then think about all the nerves that branch out from it. That's all part of your ANS. All of it. Slices, okay, and the side, okay, it's because we don't eat pizza with other healthy foods like veggies and such. Oh, well, but do you get veggies? Like, I had mushroom, black olives, green pepper, and onion on mine, along with the meats. So, there you go. But anyway, yeah, circling back around to that. But no, I want y'all to understand. And so, the more you relax your vagus nerve, because I have learned that with this radio frequency out here, what the Matrix, see, the Matrix wants to steal your body's natural ability to do these things. And so we're taking it back. I said, we're snatching it back. Ooh, I heard the Holy Spirit say, snatch it back. So we're snatching it back. Because the more relaxed the vagus nerve gets, the faster the ANS can heal. And you will find stuff like this for whole body awareness. Ooh, I love it. So, because now you will not get tricked into going out there and thinking there's something wrong with you, because you ain't broken. You ain't broken. And I'm going to go ahead and shout out, there is a movement on TikTok. I don't know his name, but the handle for TikTok is Train Out of Pain. Okay, that is Train, O-U-T-T-A, Pain. And he has a lot of great tips and points, and he'll tell you the same thing. That your body's not broken, it's misunderstood. That's true. Because your autonomic nervous system, okay, let's just say this. Okay, think of, I'm going to use this, the best analogy I can think of. All right, for those of you who can remember the analog television, that's what I grew up with. We didn't have cable growing up. We didn't have all that growing up. Come on, Gen X. Come on, Gen Xers. You know what I'm talking about. So, remember when, if you had to go, or your parent had to go up on the roof to tune in that football game. The picture wasn't very clear. You could see it, and you could see what was going on. I want you to stay with me here, because this is what happened when your autonomic nervous system gets traumatized. You can kind of see the picture. It's a little fuzzy, but it's not real clear. Because the antenna, the vagus nerve, the antenna, right, in this case, our vagus nerve is the antenna, and if it gets stressed out, it had that fuzzy picture. You can see the football players, you can see the field, but it's not clear. It's very, very blurry, very staticky. Very staticky. Until somebody goes up on the roof and moves the antenna a little bit. Okay, so as you move the antenna a certain way, you're relaxing the antenna to get a clearer picture. So you can see everything working properly. You can see everything clearly. See, that's what the ANS needs. So you need to de-stress and relax that vagus nerve so that, because that's what's happening. See, the vagus nerve being the antenna, relaxing it, okay, the picture is becoming clearer as to what the cause of these minor discomforts are for whole body awareness. Wow, that's a really good analogy. Okay. Fingertip that get, okay, the fingertip that get affected by typing, they're calling it white finger. It shouldn't. No, because I can tell you, when I was in undergrad, during my master's program, during my bachelor's program, my master's, I did a lot of typing, and I never had that. Because I didn't have muscle knots here affecting my elbow there. So if your fingertips are turning white after typing for a little while, That's a circulatory issue. You got some muscle tension somewhere in this forearm that needs to be released. That's what that means. Because you shouldn't have white fingers. The fingertip. No. That's not normal. Like tech neck. That's not normal either. That forward neck down from being on the devices, that's not normal. That can be corrected, and we've been working on that. Because I had little of that going on this time, and I know why. Muscle tension, extreme muscle tension from all the bruising. And so now that all the bruises are gone, we can properly get all the muscle tension out, strengthening where it needs to be strengthened, getting our posture right. Oh yeah, I did. I found out. I said the reason that stiffness, the tension back here was prolonging, it could just a little bit, my posture, I discovered we were still just like that. And I went, oh, as soon as I did that, started to feel better immediately. Like it's not hurting, but the muscle tension there was it was sore. And so I was like, okay. And our ANS remembers. Because let me tell y'all, on my walk yesterday, right? On my walk yesterday, if my ANS felt me kind of trying to, because we got so used to that position. So as I'm walking, my ANS said, I didn't do it. My ANS did. Seriously. I was like, whoa. I said, she's like, back up straight, mama. Mama, you better stand up straight. I'm trying to work here. It's like my ANS was telling me, hey, I'm working here. And she's like, oh, just stand up straight. And I was like, okay, your ANS, once you become aware, that's how your ANS is supposed to work. It corrects you. Remember, the better parent you become of the ANS, it takes care of you. Like, that's what it looks like. That was my ANS taking care of me and preventing me from slouching back over just enough to slow down circulation here that would cause soreness. Because once I did that, and it started to feel better immediately, my ANS said, okay, I'm on it. I'm on it. And so when I was going on my walk, because it became such a habit, and I noticed myself doing that, but I didn't do anything. The ANS said, and put me right back upright. And I said, okay, that is the ANS taking care of me because I am taking better care of it. That's how we work as a team with ANS awareness. It leads to whole body awareness. But we have to become aware of it first. And remember, the ANS depends on our 5 senses. Thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up. Okay? Yes. So, when I use that analogy, okay, so I don't know if cable started when the U.S. got cable. I don't know if it started in New York as community broadcast network. Oh, well, okay, probably because some people refer to New York as the business capital of the world, whatever. Anyway, a matrix thing. But yeah, I want y'all to remember that your autonomic nervous system, the ANS, it relies on your 5 senses to make proper connection and also for healing. Because as soon as I became aware of, because I was like, why was that staying sore? I said, the muscle tension right there, at there, right? And I said, what is going on with that? And I heard the Lord, I went, oh my gosh. My posture was off just a little bit, but just enough to prolong that soreness there. And so when I went on my walk, my ANS took care of me. When I started to go back into a conditioned position, my ANS jumped in and said, I'm working here. Okay? So that's how it's supposed to work. We shouldn't even have to tell it to do nothing. It just did it on its own because it knows. The ANS knows what its jobs are. The ANS, you can look this up. From breathing to digestion. Your ANS is a large part of your circulatory system. Right. I was slouching just enough to where I didn't notice it until that very moment when I was examining what in the world was going on here. Because my range of movement was being affected. I said, okay, what's going on there? So I know that there's still a little bit of muscle tension here, but it's a lot better than it has been. Yet, ever since I realized that we were slouching just enough. And so my ANF is like, all right, we need to get this rolling. And so add that taking place and the picture, because we are keeping the vagus nerve relaxed. We're moving that antenna, that analog antenna, to get a clearer picture. And we're discovering more connection, knees, calves. There's that knot right there. Okay. So we're starting to get a clearer picture. And that leads to whole body awareness. Because when you start having whole body awareness and you understand that you're not broken, your body's not broken, but your ANS, the picture was fuzzy. The vagus nerve, the antenna needed to be relaxed. Okay? So there's that. It needed to be relaxed. And so I highly encourage y'all to hop on over to that video. Okay, we're going to be wrapping this up here in just a moment. But to hop on over to the video, 3 ways to relax your vagus nerve. Okay, and get your notepad, get your journal, and write those tips down. Because they are tried and true and they work. All right, so you're going to want, and I'm telling you, ANS awareness, and that's what happened. And so you start paying attention because that's your body talking to you. You know, and glory be to God. That's your body talking to you. So, again, thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up. That wraps up this message here on YouTube today. And I went a little bit longer than I intended to, but that's okay because I see y'all coming in and getting this valuable information for heightened awareness all around. And glory be to God again for that. I am thankful. Okay, so I highly encourage y'all, again, hop on over, catch that video. It should be, if you hit on videos on this YouTube channel, okay, click that little link that says videos. It should be right there towards the top because I just uploaded it, okay? And so you get those 3 ways to relax that vagus nerve and continue to get ANS awareness for whole body awareness as a part of your heightened awareness. 1 Peter 5 verse 8. Because the devil is always roaming about, seeking whom he can devour. But when we get this whole body awareness, we take opportunities away from the devil to attack our physical. Because being aware of the ANS, and you help it heal, we now know not to allow ourselves to get in. Because we can spot Jezebels and narcissists, the evildoers out here, right? So we're not going to give the devil no more opportunities. Because we got whole body awareness. And you realize your body ain't broken. You just need healing. And some reset. And to know where. You just need to get that clearer picture. Also, don't forget to check out the links in the video description below. Also, check out the other playlist on this YouTube channel. We got something for all y'all. Wherever you're at in the spiritual awakening and beyond. And we keep it coming. Sending love and light to all fellow warriors. Thank you for watching, listening, and for your continued support. Yes. Okay. Any tips for folks who work at computer workstation for hours a day? Okay, as far as that, okay, real quick, who work at a computer workstation for hours a day, breaks where possible. I take breaks all the time. Yeah, because I also am on the computer for on these devices all day long. So we just got to take breaks where possible. Okay, take breaks where possible. Stretch. Okay, for that. Movement. Okay, movement. Walk around a little bit. Okay, facilitate some circulation. Now, as far as the hand, same thing. Mobility training in the hand. Stretch. Okay, and I'm gonna work on some more tips for y'all. For that. Okay, for people who are at the computer all day. So I'm gonna go do some examining myself. what works, tried and true techniques, and I will bring those to y'all. Okay? So, again, thank you for your continued support. And until next time, let's show some gratitude to the Heavenly Father. And you keep being you. In Jesus' name, amen.